the latest social media phenomenon coming out of China. It's been growing and building its audience base in China and increasingly overseas for the last 3 years. And the current numbers on WeChat are, as with everything in China, pretty astounding. There's about 500 million users in China and an additional 100 million plus outside of China. It's poised to become probably China's first truly global media play, if you discount things like Alibaba, the first commercial and consumer global media entity. They've done such a tremendous job of putting together different social media messaging and functionality into one package. If I was to describe WeChat to somebody overseas who had only used WhatsApp or was familiar with US social media, I would describe it as having a base of WhatsApp functions in terms of messaging, but it also includes sharing functions that are similar to Facebook and Facebook updates. They have a function called Moments that allow you to take pictures and create a diary, if you will, of things that occur in your life. I guess another way to look at it is it's in the US it'd be similar to something like Path, which is a journal. So the Moments function inside of WeChat is very similar to that. But they've also added, again, things like an app store inside of WeChat that allow for things like Uber-type ordering of taxis in the same way as I might call a taxi or an Uber car in San Francisco and have it arrive within a few minutes. I can do the same thing through an app inside of WeChat. There's functions for group buy, discounts, the list goes on and on. Tencent has done a really good job of managing its entire portfolio of different online applications and businesses and putting a piece of them inside of WeChat. So the functions there, well, the core functions are messaging functions. There's a really strong social function in terms of sharing of information and updates. And then the latest kind of move has pushed it more into e-commerce and adding all of those functions, whether it be Groupon type discounts, group buy, ordering taxis. It's pretty impressive. Clearly WeChat is a phenomena that had to get its start in China. It was able to bundle these separate features together into one app in a way that wouldn't likely have occurred in the US, let's say. There's an inclination in the US to have much more simple, streamlined apps that do one thing really well. In China, the big companies like Tencent and Baidu and Alibaba tend to start with one core function but then quickly add in a number of other functions. And that's done because this is a really competitive environment between a few really big players. But also I think there's sentiment on the part of a lot of users that they're happy to have those functions bundled together. I don't think that something like WeChat could have started in the US, but I think that the combination of functions there is unique and really powerful, and it's something that I think can grow well outside of China. And with 100 million users outside of China and growing, it's something that could rival Facebook.